Hey guys, Kanemakip here, and today I'm going to be doing a video I should have done a few days ago. Today I'm going to be giving my opinion on the new It trailer by Stephen King. Now, I never watched the whole original It movie, because this is basically a reboot. Um, but I've seen a lot of stuff from it, a lot of clips, a lot of videos about it, and I found myself actually really liking what it's about. Um, so I've seen both the trailers for the new 2017 remake that comes out September 8th. So definitely go check that out when it comes out. I know I'm probably not going to be able to watch it in theaters when it comes out, but I might be able to watch it later. So that's the main thing with me. But let's talk to let's talk about the actual trailers themselves. Now, the second one isn't really. The second one is a lot slower paced and more sort of story driven than the first one is. The first trailer is just basically introducing the um, basic feeling or idea of this clown known as Pennywise, um, and how terrifying it can be. Um, so I'm only gonna really be talking about the first trailer because that's the one I like. I don't really like the second trailer, so that's what I'm gonna be going through. So first trailer starts off with Billy giving his little brother Georgie a paper boat, um, and Georgie obviously goes out in the rain to play with this boat, as was in the previous TV two-part movie special type thing. Except there were differences. It wasn't raining and stuff. Wait, might have been raining. I can't remember. But he went out, played with his boat, just like in the original. There's this funny joke where if you compare the trailers side by side, it has a few scenes that look the same. But one of the scenes in particular is Georgie in the original trailer. He ducks under a construction sort of beam and goes to get his boat. In this new one, he runs directly into it and falls backwards on the ground, which is hilarious, especially in that first fast moment, just running and then hitting it. It was pretty funny. There's that. It's also it's also a reenactment or a remake of the original, like, first introduction to Pennywise, where Georgie loses his paper boat down the drain, and he's upset. He's looking in the drain like, "Oh, I just lost the boat that my brother made me. This freaking sucks," and it would. Um, and then we see Pennywise sort of come out of the shadow a little bit of the drain and just see, like, this section of his face just around here. Not very much of it because it's sort of in shadow. So there's that. Then after that, it sort of goes through, oh, George is missing. Let's go find him if he's still there. So they go into the sewer to look for something. The scenes in the trailer are probably not, in numerical order, in like a linear order, because they usually aren't in trailers. So that could be a completely different time in the movie other than what happened. But I'm getting carried away. Um, it looks like they go into the sewer to find him. Um, Skips to a scene where they're all in a room looking at old photos and a map of the town of Derry. This is a sort of callback or just wink reference nod to the original where they were going through a photo album looking at pictures of Derry, and they realized that Pennywise was in some of these pictures, and that's one of his powers. He can manipulate them, put himself in them. But in this version, they're in a room watching photos up on a projector, an old-timey projector, because this film is supposed to be set in the 50s, where the original was sort of in like the 60s or 70s. This one's supposed to be in the 80s. And you can piece that together just by looking about around the trailer at different things like phones and stuff, clothes, phones, stuff like that, maybe cars. It tells, hey, this is the 80s. But they're looking at that same concept as the original. Pictures start changing, and we see Pennywise in the picture, and it's pretty creepy. Next scene, we get a scene of Billy in the sewer, and he comes face to face with Georgie, which by now we obviously know cannot be possible, and that Georgie is some kind of mind trick by it or Pennywise. So, see him, he delivers the classic line, "You'll float too." Then we see Pennywise's sort of top half of his head, and then slowly the bottom half of his head sort of barely visible. It's up to like right here, I think, coming out of the water on the ground. And then the very next scene, we see him running towards the camera at sort of an angle, so it's like running this direction, sort of at the camera. This being the camera, and he's running sort of at Billy. I think Billy. It could be, like I said earlier, trailers don't really match with how the movie's actually paced in a linear fashion. But we see that, and that's one of the scenes that sort of freaky. And that brings us to a few other scenes that aren't as important, which then sort of brings us to the title of it. And of course, there's also the second trailer. I'm not going to talk too much about that. The second trailer, basically just see a couple scenes with Pennywise. Like we see him with his face behind balloons and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. Now that I've gone through everything that happens in the trailer, I'm going to give my thoughts on it. First trailer was actually really, really good, and I really liked how it was paced, and it was sort of slow, but then slow at the beginning, but then it started increasingly getting worse in the sort of scary mood of it, and I really liked how that was played out. Believe it or not, well, maybe not believe it or not, but in my opinion, I actually kind of prefer the 2017 Pennywise design over the original Pennywise design, just because I think it's a lot more effective, a lot more sort of creepy looking than the original was, and just by paying attention to the trailer, you can sort of see that this one is trying to stay a little bit more true to the book, as well as having a lot darker of a tone, or at least it looks like it does, in the trailer than the original one did. In that one, Pennywise was like screwing around, joking around, making jokes, and it was funny, which kind of took away from the whole scary aspect of that movie. This movie, from this trailer, sort of shows us what the original could have been if it would have stayed more true to the sadistic and horrifying, creepy, pure evil aspects of Pennywise from the book. And I think this is going to be a good movie. I definitely want to see it. I'm not good with horror at all, as some of you might know if you've seen some of my horror game videos. I'm not good with horror at all, especially when it comes to horror movies. I've seen 2 in my lifetime, and even then I was freaking out. Even then, that was a long, long time ago when I saw those, so I might not do too well watching that movie, but I do want to see it. Um, I even did a few things, like I made a custom minifig of Pennywise. That'll be in a later video, minifig video. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the new Pennywise design. I think this new movie is gonna be, I wouldn't say better than the original, but I think I would sort of say more effective as a horror movie. The original was more of like a just, um, it has scary aspects and it's mostly comedy and slow pacing. But yeah, I really liked this first trailer. Second trailer, again, didn't really want to talk about that because it wasn't that great. It didn't show much Pennywise. That was the main thing that was sort of wrong with the second trailer for me. It didn't show enough Pennywise. But I still have high hopes for this movie. It looks really good from this trailer. Um, I've seen a lot of the images of what Pennywise looks like, his different costume and everything. And I'm just happy. I'm excited for this new movie, and I hope you guys are too. Post in the comments what you think about this movie. If you haven't already seen the trailer, what are you doing? I just explained this whole thing in this video. Go watch the trailer if you haven't already. But yeah, hit the like button on this video if you did like it, as well as hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already, to make sure you don't miss out on any new content from the channel. And I'll see you guys later.